The story of former President Jacob Zuma's 15 months imprisonment starts more than 5 years ago, on 9 December 2015, when Zuma abruptly fired the country's finance minister, Nhlanhla Nene, and replaced him with the unknown ANC MP, Des van Rooyen. Nene's sacking saw the markets plunging, with an estimated 500 billion rand in value wiped off the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Under pressure from the markets and the ANC, Zuma replaces van Rooyen with Pravin Gordhan. Nene was fired after he opposed a nuclear power deal with Russia, punted by Zuma and other cabinet members. The nuclear transaction would have cost South Africa R1 trillion, a deal Nene said would bankrupt the state. 3 months later, in March 2016, former Deputy Minister of Finance, Mcebisi Jonas, drops a bombshell when he reveals that he was offered 600 million rand by the Gupta family to become finance minister and push through the nuclear deal. The Guptas further offered Jonas 600,000 rand in cash at their Saxonwold house, which he refused. These revelations led to 3 complaints lodged with the Office of former Public Protector Thuli Madonsela. One by Father S. Mayebe on behalf of the Dominican Order, a group of Catholic priests. A second by former DA leader Musi Maimane. And a third by an anonymous member of the public. In November 2016, Madonsela releases her final report, titled State of Capture, in which she makes provisional findings against Zuma for allowing the Guptas to influence his appointment of ministers. Madonsela orders Zuma to establish a judicial commission of inquiry into state capture and said Chief Justice Mogoeng should appoint a judge to head the commission. Zuma agrees to the establishment of the commission.
I have decided to appoint a commission of inquiry. The court ordered that, among other things, the remedial action of the public protector is binding, and that the president is directed to appoint a commission of inquiry within 30 days, headed by a judge solely selected by the Chief Justice.
Mogoeng appoints his deputy, Justice Raymond Zondo, to head up the commission. The commission starts its hearings in August 2018, and more than 40 witnesses implicate Zuma in their evidence before Zondo. This includes evidence by Nene, Jonas, former Bosasa executive Angelo Agrizi, and former government spokesperson Themba Maseko.
Mr. Gupta directed me to a bar area and said that they were serious about offering me 600 million rand, and that it would be deposited into an account of my choice, and that they could open an account for me. I could stash it in Dubai. He said that to show they were serious, I quote, "I can give you 600,000 rands now," and ask, again I quote, "Do you have a bag, or can I give you something to put it in?"
Zuma finally agrees to give evidence from 15 to 17 July 2019.
It's an exaggeration. It is meant to enhance this narrative against Zuma. I have survived attempts to kill me, people looking to poison me, or being instructed by their handlers to do so.
On the second day of his testimony, Zuma has difficulty answering questions from the Commission's leader of evidence, Advocate Paul Pretorius, and repeatedly declines to answer questions or says he cannot remember. Zuma complains about Pretorius's questions, and his advocate informs the Commission that Zuma will no longer answer any questions by the Commission. After an adjournment, Zuma withdraws from the Commission.
We've come to tell you, Chair, that because of this and the reservations we've raised and our experience in this room, that my client has instructed me that he will take no further part in these proceedings. He respected you, he still does, he respects this commission, but the commission does not seem to know its ground rules. And for that reason, we came here to tell you that we want to explore the option of going to our courts to challenge what we think is your decision, but you've told us it's not. In any event, I have an ethical duty myself. I believe that a client, a witness, like any witness, must be treated fairly, and at this point I'm not certain that I would be doing my ethical duties if I proceeded in these proceedings. I think, Chair, I'm imploring you. I think there's something wrong, not with you, not with any particular person. I'm pleading with you, sir, to really check whether your process has not become a political process where the left hand does not know what the right hand is doing.
In October 2019, the Commission writes to Zuma to inform him that he would need to testify again in October and November about various allegations, including the nuclear deal. Zuma's lawyers ask for more time to prepare and then tells the Commission the former president is too ill to testify. In January 2020, the Zondo Commission issues summons for Zuma to testify at the end of the month. Zuma's lawyers inform the Commission their client is still too ill to appear and criticize the Commission for resorting to legal avenues to get Zuma to testify. Zuma's lawyer further accuses the Commission of having a deep-seated antipathy towards the former president. In September 2020, in response to numerous attempts by Zondo and the Commission to get Zuma to return to give evidence about his relationship with the Guptas, the nuclear deal, Bosasa and other matters, the former president accuses Zondo of a conflict of interest because of an alleged family relationship. Zondo responds by confirming he had a child with the sister of one of Zuma's wives, but disputes that this has ever impacted his work as a lawyer and judge. In October 2020, realizing that Zuma will not return to the Commission voluntarily, the Zondo Commission files a summons on Zuma at his Nkandla home to appear before the Commission for 4 days in November. 3 weeks later, Zuma's lawyers file a formal application for Zondo to recuse himself because Zuma believed the judge was biased against him. On 19 November 2020, Zondo hears and rejects the matter. Zuma leaves the hearing without permission during a tea break. In December 2020, the Zondo Commission applies to the Constitutional Court to force Zuma to testify. Zuma chooses not to participate in this hearing. In January 2021, the Constitutional Court orders Zuma to appear before the Commission because he is central to allegations of state capture. The court labels his defiance of the Zondo Commission antithetical to our constitutional order and warns him nobody is above the law. The court criticizes the Commission for bending over backwards to accommodate Zuma. On 15 February 2021, Zuma fails to appear before the Zondo Commission, despite a court order by the Constitutional Court compelling him to give evidence. On 25 March 2020, the Constitutional Court hears an application by the Zondo Commission to convict Zuma for contempt of court and imprison him for 2 years. Zuma and his legal team refuse to participate in the matter and decline the opportunity to put forward a defense. Instead, Zuma issues a blistering 8-page statement on Twitter in which he accuses the court of judicial dictatorship. In his statement, Zuma says he no longer has faith in the Constitutional Court to consider his submissions. In April 2021, the Constitutional Court again grants Zuma an opportunity to tell the court what he thinks would be an appropriate sentence if they find him guilty of contempt of court. Zuma responds by saying, "I cannot assist the courts to violate my constitutional rights by telling them what kind of punishment they must impose." Zuma insists that he is ready to go to jail. On 29 June 2021, the Constitutional Court finds Zuma guilty of contempt of court and sentences him to 15 months in prison.